4:36 a.m., January 12, 2026. Novocherkassk State District Power Plant, Rostov region, Russia. The night sky over this massive coal-burning giant suddenly lights up like a bonfire at a summer camp. Thick, black smoke rolls out from the main turbine hall, and flames shoot high, turning the cold Russian winter into a hot mess. Alarms scream across the plant as workers scramble in panic. Power lines flicker and die, leaving whole towns in the dark. This isn't a random fire. It's Ukraine's clever drone strike hitting right where it hurts Russia's energy heart. And the wild part? It all happened with just a handful of cheap drones slipping past fancy defenses. To get why this blow landed so hard, let's go back a few weeks. Late December 2025, while folks were busy with holiday lights, spy satellites spotted unusual trucks rolling into the Rostov area. These weren't ordinary deliveries. They were beefing up security around Novocherkassk, Duress, or Gress, as the Russians call it. This power plant is no small deal. It's a beast with 9 big units, pumping out 2,250 megawatts of electricity, enough to light up millions of homes, factories, and even military bases in southern Russia. Built back in the Soviet days, it's the backbone of the region's power grid. Coal is its main fuel, piled high in massive yards, with natural gas as backup. Without it, everything from streetlights to weapon factories grinds to a halt. Putin sees places like this as key to winning his war, so he wrapped it in heavy protection. Picture this: layers of defense like an onion. First, long-range radars from S-400 systems scan the skies for miles, ready to shoot down anything flying high. Then, closer in, Panzer on trucks with guns and missiles guard against low-flying threats. Drones? They've got jammers to scramble signals and make them crash. On the ground, fences, cameras, and patrols with dogs keep watch. To any normal attacker, this looks like a fortress you can't crack. But Ukraine's planners aren't normal. They've hit this plant before, once in March 2024, when drones sparked a fire at a transformer, knocking out 2 units for days. Then, in July 2025, another strike dinged the main building near the railroad tracks. Each time Russia fixed it up, but Ukraine learned. They waited for the perfect moment when the plant was running full blast in winter, and defenses might slip in the cold. The plan was smart and simple. Use small, quiet drones that fly low and sneaky. Ukraine's got these home-built UAVs. Think of them as $10,000 flying bombs with cameras and GPS. They can travel hundreds of miles, hug the ground, to avoid radars, and hit targets with pinpoint accuracy. No need for fancy jets or big missiles. Just launch them from safe spots inside Ukraine, program the path, and let them go. On this night, as snow flurried lightly, a squad of about 8 drones lifted off from a hidden field near the border. They didn't climb high like planes. Instead, they skimmed just 100 feet above farms and forests, using the land's curves to stay hidden. Russian radars, tuned for bigger threats, missed them completely. For hours, these drones whispered through the dark, their electric motors barely buzzing. Back at the plant night shift, workers sipped tea, unaware. The control room glowed with screens showing steady power flow. Coal conveyors rumbled, feeding the boilers. But at 3:45 a.m., the first sign of trouble. A faint hum in the distance. The lead drone, call it Scout 1, popped up to 200 feet for a quick look. Its camera spotted the plant's glow-massive chimneys belching smoke-bright lights on the turbine halls. It locked on and dove. Guards on patrol heard it too late. By then, Scout 1 slammed into a key transformer, substation, the heart of the power flow. Boom! A flash lit the yard, sparks flew like fireworks, and the first fire started. Alarms wailed. Workers grabbed fire hoses, but it was just the beginning. The Russians reacted fast. Pantsir systems spun to life, their radars hunting for more intruders. Missiles launched into the sky, chasing shadows. But Ukraine's drones were too low too quick. The next two hit the coal storage piles. Coal dust is like gunpowder, one spark, and it ignites big. Flames leaped up, spreading fast in the dry winter air. Smoke choked the air, making it hard for defenders to see. Power dipped as units tripped offline to avoid overload. Towns nearby blinked dark. No lights, no heat in the freezing cold. The plant's boss radioed for help. Drone attack, send firefighters and air cover, but help was miles away, and the drones kept coming. Here's the clever twist Ukraine pulled. While the first drones hit obvious spots, the later ones targeted smart. One aimed for the main gas line where natural gas feeds the backup turbines. It punched through a valve, and gas leaked out, mixing with air. When flames reached it, whoosh, a huge fireball rolled across the site. Another drone zeroed in on the control building, crashing through a window and exploding inside. Computers fried, lights went out in the nerve center. Workers fled, leaving the plant to burn unchecked. The railroad tracks nearby used for coal trains got hit too. Tracks twisted, delaying any quick fixes. All this from drones no bigger than a small car, costing peanuts compared to the billions Russia spent on the plant. Why did Russia's defenses fail so bad? Simple. They were built for old-school attacks like jets or big missiles. S-400s are great at high altitudes, but useless against ground huggers. Pantsers can handle some drones, but not a swarm coming from all sides at once. Jammers? The drones switched to autopilot mode using built-in maps and no radio links, so jamming did nothing. Plus, the cold night helped drone batteries lasted longer, and thermal cameras saw hot plant parts clearly. By 4 a.m., the whole place was a mess. Fires raged in multiple spots. Transformer oil burning black coal piles glowing red. Gas flames shooting blue. Smoke plume visible for miles, even on satellite pics. Power outages spread. Rostov City dimmed factories. Stopped military radars nearby flickered. Russia's grid operators scrambled to reroute power from other plants. But it wasn't enough. Blackouts hit homes, hospitals, even border posts. As dawn broke, the damage was clear. Video from telegram channels like Supernova Plus showed the Inferno. Flames towering over the chimneys, workers in hard hats, running fire trucks, spraying water that barely helped. The plant's capacity? Cut in half at least. 2 units offline from the transformer, hit others shut down to stop the fire spreading. Russia admitted the attack but downplayed it. Minor damage under control. But locals knew better. No power meant no hot water. No cooking kids shivering in schools. Ukraine's military didn't brag much, just said it was a strike on enemy infrastructure. But everyone got the message. War hits home even deep in Russia. This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. Back in 2024, that March hit took out transformers, costing Russia weeks of repairs. July 2025 dinged the building, but didn't stop operations long. Each time, Ukraine gets better drones, smarter paths, sneakier. Russia adds more defenses, but it's like plugging holes in a leaky boat. The plant's location helps attackers too. Near the border, flat. Land for low flights, railroads as guides. Plus, it's a big target, hard to miss those huge structures. For Putin, this hurts more than losing tanks. Energy is Russia's strength, selling it to Europe for cash. Strikes like this make folks think twice about relying on Russian power. Zoom out. This strike fits Ukraine's big plan. Hit supply lines. Factories' power make war too costly for Russia. Drones are cheap. hard to stop, and Ukraine makes thousands. No pilots risked just tech and brains. Russia spends millions on missiles to defend. But one $10,000 drone slips through, and boom, billions in damage. It's like David versus Goliath, but with flying robots. The fire at Novocherkassk burned for hours, finally out by noon. Cleanup crews sifted rubble, engineers assessed fixes. Power trickled back slowly, but full repair. Months away, coal piles, smoldered gas lines capped. The railroad? Bent tracks meant no trains for days. If you're into military tech, what was the real hero here? The drone's low-flight tricks that beat radars, or the swarm tactic that overwhelmed guns? Type low or swarm in the comments. And if you back the underdogs flipping the script, hit like and subscribe. Because in this fight, the biggest weapon isn't a nuke or tank, it's smarts and surprise. Stay tuned, more coming.